Motorola phones in recent times have had a very distinct identity. For the last few generations at least, if there was one thing you could count on, it was that signature, no pun intended, that signature Motorola feel. Slim phones, curved displays, curved backs, phones that are ridiculously comfortable in hand. But with the Edge 70 Max, Motorola's kind of changed direction. The curves are gone. Instead, we now have a very 2026 design, a flat display, flat metal sides, and a flat glass back. And if I'm going to be honest, I am kind of conflicted. Well, I do miss the curves that the Motorola phones in general, they typically had to offer, the comfort they brought with it. I do kind of understand why Motorola is going this way. The Edge 70 Max isn't trying to be another signature. Instead, it's clearly trying to be Motorola's performance flagship under 50K. Flagship Snapdragon, massive battery, a high-resolution LTPO panel, with even magnetic wireless charging. There's a lot that this phone has to offer. So today, let's unbox the Edge 70 Max and take a detailed look at all of it. If this is your first time here, or in case you just can't remember, my name's Ash, you're watching C4E Tech, and if you do end up liking this video, like this video, subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that bell icon. You know what to do. Let's get started. Quick note before we begin, I am working with Motorola on this one, but that said, whatever you're seeing here is all my opinion. This is a showcase of what the Edge 70 Max brings to the table, not a review. With that out of the way, here's the box the Edge 70 Max comes in. It's just standard Motorola eco-friendly packaging. Once you open it up top, you've got this insert that houses a couple of leaflets and a SIM tool. And then there's the Edge 70 Max itself. The green I hold in hand, Motorola calls it Pantone Aqua Grey. Now there are two other colorways, a blue they call Pantone Ice Melt and a grey they call Pantone Dark Shadow. Now which of these three do you like the best? Drop a comment down below. Now regardless of which colorway you go with, the back is glass, Gorilla Glass 7i, and they all have a matte finish. So the phone's quite resistant to picking up fingerprints and smudges. Anyways, coming back to the box, there's a USB Type-C to C cable and a 90-watt turbocharger. Now guys, this time Motorola has included wireless charging, not just any wireless charging, but 25-watt magnetic wireless charging with Qi 2.2. And this has gotta be one of my favorite features on this phone. The magnetic part here is what makes the Edge 70 Max compatible with the tons and tons of MagSafe accessories already in the market. So given MagSafe's existed for quite a while, everything from phone coolers to power banks to gimbals and even this viewfinder that lets you shoot selfies via the rear camera, so many accessories are available. So it does open up users to a lot of experiences and I love it. Where I do have mixed feelings though is with the design, because for years Motorola's phones, they had an identity. Slim, curved. They were some of the most comfortable phones to hold in use. Now with the Edge 70 Max, Motorola's gone completely flat. Flat display, flat aluminum frame, flat glass back. Now don't get me wrong, it still feels premium. You've got Gorilla Glass 7i on both the front and back, an aircraft grade aluminum frame, IP6869 certifications with military standard 810H durability. So from a build quality perspective, there's absolutely nothing to complain about. Well, there is if you don't include USB 2.0 for the Type-C port. But you get what I'm saying, the build, it's solid. Now personally, while I keep complaining about the lack of Motorola's typical curves, I do need to see that, what I feel about the phone, it is personal. Because there is a reason why this flat design is so popular, why most brands are doing it, why Motorola is now offering this as an option too. And that's because a lot of people actually like it, whether it's the lack of reflections on the edges of the screen or the ease of applying tempered glass. Flat designs are definitely very popular, so I'm sure no matter how much I miss Motorola's typical design, a lot of people are gonna like this one with the Edge 70 Max. Now what I do appreciate is how despite fitting in a massive 7100 mAh battery, Motorola's kept the thickness at just a little over 8mm and also the weight's quite manageable as well. Now flip the phone over and this display, it's excellent. Now not only is this a flat panel, but this 6.8-inch Extreme AMOLED is also sharper than most other phones in this segment because this is a 2K panel and the refresh is also up to 144Hz. It's LTPO, so you can be varied as needed. Motorola also claims a 7000 net brightness peak for HDR, and we tested well over 1700 nits and the auto, so outdoor visibility was top notch. The bezels are also quite slim, the colors look vibrant without being oversaturated, and the blacks are inky deep. There's even 2160Hz PWM dimming in case you are sensitive to OLED flicker. Also, the solid stereo speakers here complement this high quality display very well. They're loud and clear with Dolby Atmos support. Underneath, this is in my humble opinion the strongest part of this phone, the SoC underneath. because we get Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 5, and that here on the Edge 70 Max is paired with fast LPDDR5X RAM and UFS 4.1 storage. Now Motorola has gone for a massive vapor chamber cooling system, and it shows. The Edge 70 Max retained over 70% of its performance peak after a 20-minute stress test, and it did so with the temps being manageable. In the real world, BGMI, COD Mobile, Asphalt Legends all ran at a smooth 120Hz, and the phone stayed cool throughout, even after long gaming sessions. Motorola has even provided support for bypass charging, by the way. Now, given all this power underneath, it is no surprise that the user experience is top-notch. We get Hello UI on top of Android 16, and Motorola is promising 3 years of Android updates with 5 years of security patches. Apps launch instantly, animation stays smooth, multitasking is effortless. The Edge 70 Max also gets the new Motorola Kira, though it's only available on the 12256 at launch. Motorola says this 8256 should get all the same features, but in about 5 weeks. Okay, let's now talk about cameras. The primary here is Sony's Light 710. Now this is a sensor we are familiar with. We've seen it on other Edge series phones. It's quite a capable sensor, and as you can see, the colors, they're spot on, dynamic range is impressive, images end up detailed, even under low light, the performance is quite good. Now I'd say it's slightly better than what we've seen with other Edge 70 phones, and that's because of the superior flagship ISP here that we get with the 8 Gen 5. Video tops out at 4K 60, and I found it quite good. You can even switch between sensors while shooting. Now the secondary is a standard 8 megapixel ultra wide, though it has support for autofocus and can double as a macro shooter. Now guys, all the camera related software features Motorola usually offers, like horizon lock or frame match, AI signature style, they're also present here. Now the 32 megapixel selfie cam, that also allows for 4K recording, and the stills themselves turned out just fine. Very good detail, natural skin tones, and accurate edge detection for portraits. And with that, finally, let's talk about the pricing. The Edge 70 Max, it starts at $49,999 with offers, and that puts it surprisingly close to the signature. But here's the thing, it's not like Motorola suddenly went ahead and made this phone expensive or something. It's just that I think the signature launched at an unusually aggressive price. Also remember, that phone launched back in January, and since then silicon costs have kind of gone crazy, or rather crazier. So the Edge 70 Max, it feels more like what a flagship spec phone costs in July 2026. So if you're wondering why these two phones are priced so close together, well, that's your answer. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the signature's price goes up in the near future. So now, what do I think about the Edge 70 Max? I like it. The display is excellent, performance is flagship level, battery life looks incredibly promising, charging is amongst the best around, bettered even more with that magnetic wireless charging option, and while the cameras aren't signature beating, they're still gonna be very good for a lot of people. But that's just what I think. But what about you? What do you think about Motorola's Edge 70 Max? Drop a comment down below. And while you're down there, another quick little reminder to drop this video a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications if you haven't yet by hitting that bell icon. I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. Ash out.